Have you ever questioned whether the foundations of a beloved team's future are more fragile than they appear? Could it be that everything we believed was unshakable about the Lakers' core might actually be on a razor's edge, balanced by a single momentous decision? What if the players seen by fans as untouchable, the heart of the roster, a beacon of hope in a turbulent era, is actually the key to unlocking a far more complex, perilous chapter for the franchise? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, the pulse of Lakers Nation, where every whisper, every rumor, and every inside scoop explodes into the narrative shaping our beloved purple and gold. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because what we're about to dive into today could very well redefine the upcoming offseason and the Lakers' trajectory for years to come. There's a tension hanging over the Lakers front office, something palpable yet unspoken, a chess game being played behind closed doors. The whispers are growing louder. Could the Lakers be willing to shake the very foundation of what we thought was a sacrosanct roster? There's one piece who commands attention, a young man who has turned doubters into believers and whose rise has been as organic as it has been electrifying. Austin Reaves. Yet now, the question is no longer about his role on the team, but rather the conditions under which the Lakers might part ways with him. Could it be that the man who averaged 20.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists per game last season, shooting an efficient 46%, may be a central figure in a blockbuster trade? If so, what could force the Lakers' hand? Lakers insiders have been buzzing around a very specific condition: the front court. Since the biggest roster upheaval in recent memory, the unprecedented trade that sent Anthony Davis packing in exchange for Luka Doncic, the Lakers have been chasing stability and dominance in the paint. A position that was once a pillar of strength has become a glaring vulnerability. Jackson Hayes and Maxi Kleber have attempted to fill the void, but both struggled to make a serious impact come playoff time. The Lakers' defensive presence near the rim was porous, their resistance at critical moments almost non-existent. Fans and analysts alike could see the front court as the Achilles heel in a championship campaign that was heading towards heartbreak. Rob Pelinka, ever the master strategist, reportedly had a deal on tap from Mark Williams during the season, but walked away at the final moment, a stunning development that left everyone scratching their heads. The failed physical that scuttled that trade seemed like a move straight out of a poker game, a calculated retreat by the Lakers front office that preserved their cap space and assets, but came at the cost of depth and toughness in the front court. What does it say about their plans moving forward? Is this just a pause, a holding pattern, until a more meaningful move presents itself? Or is it a hint that something far more dramatic, a seismic shift, is about to shake the roster? The naming of Nick Claxton from Brooklyn and Daniel Gafford from Dallas as prime trade targets supporting this narrative only fuels the speculation. Claxton, an athletic rim protector with a promising trajectory, represents exactly what the Lakers need to plug their front court leaks, but Brooklyn's asking price could be a deal breaker. Could Austin Reaves, the shining star of the purple and gold backcourt and a favorite of J.J. Redick's rotation, really be the bait that nets a top-tier center? Is the Lakers' patience finally wearing thin enough that they would set the terms as no Reaves for anything less than an elite big, a stance that has been echoed by multiple respected journalists and front office whispers? And what about Daniel Gafford, a player who's familiar with Luka Doncic's style and who proved invaluable in Dallas's gritty defensive schemes? Could his energy be the spark the Lakers need, and is he within reach? Social media has exploded with debates and speculations from Lakers Nation fans and NBA insiders alike. Some argue that letting go of Austin Reaves would be sacrilege, a betrayal of the homegrown heroes who embody the team's gritty, relentless spirit. Others see logic in trading a rising star to correct glaring frontcourt deficiencies that had haunted the Lakers for too long. The countless tweets, memes, and heated debates reflect a community torn between loyalty and the cold calculus of championship aspirations. Even LeBron James, often a vocal influence on team decisions, enters this swirling vortex. Now, while LeBron's desire to chase another ring is well documented, how does he feel about the possibility of losing a key contributor like Reaves, who complements his game not just with production, but with heart and tenacity?
And what about the relationship between Reaves and the Lakers front office? How much say does Rob Pelinka truly have in preserving this youthful core, especially when the team's star trio remains intact but incomplete without a dominant presence in the paint? Historically, the Lakers have not shied away from bold sweeps of change when the stakes are high. Recall the moments when the franchise made electrifying moves, be it trading future picks for stars or incorporating unheralded players who blossomed into pivotal roles. But never has the franchise been faced with the heartbreaking choice of potentially trading away a homegrown talent who has grown before the fans' eyes, whose every basket, pass, and hustle play resonates like the heartbeat of the team. Could the Lakers be preparing a seismic trade offer that has the power to not just alter next season, but the long-term landscape of the team? Could Austin Reaves, despite his untouchable status, become the sacrifice on the altar of front court dominance? Is this a calculated risk that turns the tide in favor of the Lakers, or a gamble that could fracture the team chemistry? Some insiders whisper that Pelinka and Redick stand united in the belief that Reaves must remain sacred, yet the front court desperation may eventually overwhelm that resolve. There's also the looming shadow cast by other potential center targets, the likes of Brook Lopez, Mitchell Robinson, even Jonas Valanciunas, each presenting different challenges and promises for the Lakers' front court woes. But the consistent refrain, reported repeatedly by Dan Woik of the LA Times and echoed through locker rooms and agent conversations, is that Austin Reaves is the gold standard of what the Lakers want to protect unless they can secure a true game-changing big man in return. It's a high-stakes wait, a test of patience, a suspenseful standoff that holds the entire Lakers community captive. As the calendar inches toward the 2025-26 season, every decision, every negotiation, every whisper behind the scenes will be scrutinized through the prism of what it means for the Lakers' championship window. The question remains, will the Lakers find the right big man without sacrificing their beloved Austin Reaves? Or is the franchise prepared to set a new course built on hard choices and strategic boldness? But what do you think about all of this? Is Austin Reaves truly untouchable, the anchor of the Lakers' future, or is it time for Lakers Nation to prepare for a world without him, if that world means finally solving the team's front court mystery? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe that Reaves represents the soul of this team's resilience and spirit. Trading him would signal a dramatic shift in philosophy, one that could pay off or backfire spectacularly, fracturing the fragile chemistry that keeps the squad competitive. Yet the desperate need for a dominant big man can't be ignored, and if a deal that guarantees genuine frontcourt presence finally arrives, the Lakers might just be forced to make the kind of decision that defines eras. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below.
All right, Lakers fam, listen up. This offseason might be one of the most game-changing, pulse-pounding periods we've seen in years, maybe even a decade. Imagine for a second that the Lakers actually pull the trigger on parting ways with Austin Reaves, the kid who's become not just a fan favorite, but the very embodiment of grit and heart on this team. What happens then? What does this mean for LeBron, for AD, for the younger guys like Bronny and the new faces who are ready to make noise? Well, first off, let's acknowledge the bombshell it would drop not only on our locker room, but across the Western Conference. If Pelinka and the FO are indeed gearing up to leverage Reaves as the key to snagging a true defensive anchor, someone like Nick Claxton, whose rim protection could finally solidify our paint and give us that wall we've been missing, it would shake the foundation of what we've believed was sacrosanct about our roster. Because Reaves isn't just stats guy, he's that glue guy, the gritty warrior who never backs down and who's shown time and again he's got the chops to step up in playoff moments when pressure is at a fever pitch. But if we get Claxton or Gafford, someone who can truly dominate the defensive glass, contest every dunk, and open up our offense to operate with more freedom, yeah, that's a potential shift in identity for this Lakers squad, pushing us from a bunch of star-heavy pieces with holes in the front line to a balanced two-way powerhouse reminiscent of the glory days. Think back to the Kobe Shaq era. Shaq was an immovable force, the anchor that unleashed Kobe's offense and made our Showtime style nearly unstoppable. Could this be the new Shaq we want moment? A pivot point where the Lakers reclaim that dominant front court presence, giving LeBron and AD the freedom to operate like true contenders?
And speaking of LeBron and AD, the chemistry question looms large. If Austin is traded, how will the two superstars respond? LeBron is an absolute chess master of the game, managing egos, talent, and moments better than anyone. But even King James values heart and loyalty. AD has always been a double-edged sword. When healthy and confident, he can dismantle defenses in ways few can. But the lack of a reliable big partner has cost us crucial momentum down the stretch. Adding someone like Claxton, a rim protector with mobility, or someone like Gafford could reignite AD's confidence to be the dominant center we envisioned, and in turn reinvigorate the Lakers' entire defensive scheme. LeBron's role might even evolve into more of a facilitator, letting the front court physicality keep the heat on opponents while he orchestrates the offense with less wear and tear on his legendary body. Now, let's dream wild for a moment. Picture the Lakers' 2025-26 season with this reimagined front court, LeBron orchestrating, AD asserting dominance, and the backcourt depth upgraded with the kind of grit and skill we've always craved. The way this could disrupt the hierarchy in the West is mind-blowing. Golden State might have the Splash Bros, Phoenix its young core, and Denver their high-flying talents, but none have that balance of star power, toughness inside, and cerebral leadership. This could catapult the Lakers back to their rightful place at the team to beat, echoing past Lakers teams that just gutted their way through bruising playoff battles. But what about Bronny? We can't forget the kid. There's growing chatter that Bronny's development strategy is being fine-tuned for a seamless transition into a role that could eventually become pivotal. The more we talk about reshaping the roster, the more you realize this isn't just about the 2025 season. It's about planting seeds for a Lakers dynasty that respects its past but isn't afraid to redefine itself. A frontcourt upgrade might mean Austin's role changes anyway, whether that's on this team or somewhere else. But Bronny's evolution could give Lakers Nation that next generation star to rally behind, symbolizing continuity and hope. Reaves' potential trade could shake the team's chemistry in ways we can't predict. Will the locker room respond? Will LeBron be able to reinvest that energy into a new formula for success? Or will the loss of a beloved warrior fracture the vibe, causing ripples that derail what could have been a championship run? And let's be real, the Western Conference is a ruthless battleground. Phoenix, Denver, and Golden State all smell blood in the water, ready to capitalize if the Lakers stumble through this transitional phase. But when have we ever been known for taking the easy path? Remember the 2020 bubble comeback? Lakers Nation has been forged in adversity, pain, and fight. And sometimes that means tough calls have to be made, even if it hurts at first. This isn't just a trade. It's a statement, a signal that the Lakers aren't settling for just making the playoffs or being in the mix. This is about firmly planting the franchise back on the throne where it belongs. So here's my take. Yeah, Austin Reaves represents everything that makes the Lakers special: heart, hustle, homegrown heroism. But if the front office can bring in a bona fide big who shifts this team's identity to one of fearsome balance, power, and frustration for every other team in the West, then maybe, just maybe, that sacrifice is worth it. This is the crossroads where legacy meets opportunity. But it's not just about winning games. It's about defining an era. Are we ready, Lakers fans, to stand behind what could be a bold, brutal, brilliant new chapter? Or are we holding on to the familiar, risking another heartbreak that comes when passion gets in the way of strategic greatness? I want to hear what you really think. Are you all in for a trade that could rock the foundation, or is Austin untouchable in your eyes? Drop your truths in the comments. No sugarcoating, just honest Lakers vibes. This channel is home for that real talk, where our passion fuels every hot take. So don't hold back. Let's get this conversation blazing and see where Lakers Nation's heart really lies.